Do you believe the future was foretold decades ago? The shocking predictions of the blind mystic Baba Vanga have always left the world in awe. And her visions for 2025 are no exception. From prophecies of the mysterious death of a major political figure to events that could reshape the global landscape. Could the things she saw in her prophetic visions really come true? The year 2025 is expected to be a year of turbulence, where major nations might face escalating conflicts while Earth continues to suffer from environmental crises like melting ice caps and severe droughts. Can humanity prepare for these challenges? Or are Baba Vanga's predictions simply a warning humanity refuses to heed? Join us today as we delve into all of Baba Vanga's prophecies for 2025. And if you're a fan of intriguing and mysterious content like this, don't forget to hit subscribe to our channel so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos. Sparkles. Baba Vanga, often referred to as the Nostradamus of the Balkans, remains one of the most mysterious figures in modern history. Born as Vangelia Pandiva Dimitrova in 1911 in the small village of Strumica, modern-day North Macedonia. Her early life was marked by tragedy and hardship. At the age of 12, she reportedly lost her eyesight during a violent storm. An event that she claimed awakened her prophetic abilities. According to Vanga, the storm not only took her vision but also granted her an extraordinary gift, the ability to foresee future events and communicate with invisible forces. Despite her humble beginnings, Baba Vanga gained immense popularity during her lifetime, attracting politicians, scientists, and even world leaders to seek her advice. Her fame extended far beyond Bulgaria, as her accurate predictions began to circulate globally. Some of her most well-known prophecies include the 9/11 attacks, the Chernobyl disaster, and even the rise of the Internet. Many of these predictions were reportedly made decades before the events occurred, leaving skeptics and believers alike questioning the true extent of her abilities. Vanga's prophecies often revolved around themes of global conflict, natural disasters, and technological advancements. What made her predictions particularly chilling was their specificity. For example, she allegedly foresaw the date of her own death, predicting that she would pass away in 1996. Which turned out to be true. Even more eerie, she left behind a series of predictions that extended well into the 21st century, offering glimpses into a future that continues to unfold before our eyes. But what made Baba Vanga so compelling was not just her predictions, it was the enigmatic aura that surrounded her. Despite her fame, she lived a modest life, choosing to remain in her small village of Rupite, where she conducted her consultations. People who met her often described her as warm, kind, and deeply spiritual. Yet her eyes, clouded by blindness, seemed to pierce into the soul of those who sought her guidance. Her ability to describe events, people, and situations with startling accuracy left even the most skeptical visitors speechless. However, Baba Vanga's abilities have not been without controversy. Skeptics argue that many of her predictions were vague and open to interpretation, much like the writings of Nostradamus. Critics claim that her fame was amplified by those who cherry-picked her more accurate forecasts while ignoring the ones that didn't come to pass. Nevertheless, even skeptics admit that some of her predictions, like the collapse of the Soviet Union and the election of Barack Obama as the first African-American president of the United States, are hard to dismiss. One of the most fascinating aspects of Baba Vanga's prophecies is her alleged connection to a higher power. Vanga herself claimed that her visions were not her own but rather messages relayed to her by spiritual entities. She described these entities as invisible beings who guided her and revealed glimpses of the future. According to her, these visions were not meant to cause fear but to warn humanity and help people prepare for what was to come. Even after her death in 1996, Baba Vanga's legacy continues to grow. Her prophecies have become a subject of global fascination. Inspiring books, documentaries, and countless debates. Some see her as a genuine seer with a divine gift, while others view her as a cultural phenomenon rooted in the folklore and mysticism of Eastern Europe. Regardless of where you stand, Baba Vanga's story remains a powerful testament to humanity's enduring curiosity about the unknown. As we explore her predictions for 2025 and beyond, it's important to reflect on the life of the woman behind these prophecies. Baba Vanga's story is one of resilience, mystery, and intrigue, reminder that the world is full of wonders that defy explanation. Whether you believe in her visions or not, there's no denying that Baba Vanga's name will continue to echo through history as one of the most enigmatic figures of the 20th century. As we move closer to 2025, the fascination with Baba Vanga's prophecies continues to grow. Many of her predictions have been interpreted to hint at monumental events in the near future, shifts in global power, technological breakthroughs, and challenges that humanity may face. Whether you are a firm believer in her visions or a skeptic who views them as intriguing coincidences, her forecasts for 2025 and beyond offer a unique lens through which to examine the possibilities that lie ahead. One of Baba Vanga's most discussed predictions for 2025 revolves around the potential discovery of an alternative energy source. She reportedly foresaw a breakthrough that would revolutionize the way humanity harnesses energy, rendering fossil fuels obsolete. This prediction aligns with the current global push for renewable energy and the increasing investments in technologies such as nuclear fusion, solar power, and hydrogen fuel. Scientists have made significant progress in these areas in recent years, and many see this as a promising path to mitigating climate change. Could Baba Vanga's vision of a cleaner, more sustainable energy future come to fruition in 2025? Another striking prophecy points to advancements in human biology and genetics. Baba Vanga allegedly predicted that by 2025, scientists would make significant strides in extending human lifespan, potentially unlocking secrets to reversing aging or curing previously incurable diseases. This prediction is particularly relevant as we witness rapid developments in genetic engineering, CRISPR technology, and personalized medicine. While these advancements hold tremendous promise, they also raise ethical questions about the boundaries of human intervention in nature. Baba Vanga also hinted at geopolitical turmoil in 2025, suggesting a period of heightened conflict and instability. She predicted shifts in global power dynamics, possibly involving tensions between major world powers. While details of her visions remain open to interpretation, some analysts draw parallels to current events, rising tensions in Eastern Europe, competition in the Indo-Pacific region, and the ongoing impact of economic and resource inequalities worldwide. These interpretations suggest that 2025 could be a critical year for diplomacy and global unity. In addition to political turbulence, Baba Vanga spoke of environmental upheavals that could challenge humanity's resilience. She predicted an increase in natural disasters, including earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and extreme weather events. Scientists have already observed alarming changes in global climate patterns, with rising sea levels, intense heat waves, and stronger hurricanes becoming more frequent. While these events can be attributed to scientific phenomena, Baba Vanga's visions add a layer of mystique to discussions about our planet's uncertain future. One of her more speculative and controversial predictions suggests a new level of human-machine interaction. Baba Vanga allegedly foresaw the emergence of technologies that blur the line between humanity and artificial intelligence, potentially allowing humans to upload their consciousness into digital systems. While this may sound like science fiction, The rapid advancements in AI and neural interface technologies, such as Elon Musk's Neuralink, make this prediction more plausible than it once seemed. If such developments occur, they would raise profound philosophical and ethical questions about the nature of identity, consciousness, and what it means to be human. Despite the ominous tone of many of her predictions, Baba Vanga's prophecies for 2025 are not entirely bleak. She envisioned moments of global collaboration, particularly in science and technology, that could unite humanity in unprecedented ways. From space exploration to curing diseases and combating environmental challenges, her prophecies suggest that the collective efforts of humankind could lead to extraordinary achievements. Skeptics, of course, argue that Baba Vanga's predictions are often vague or open to multiple interpretations, making it easy to retroactively connect them to real-world events. They also point out that some of her predictions have not materialized, emphasizing the need for caution when considering her visions for the future. However, believers counter that many of her forecasts, while cryptic, have proven accurate over time, citing examples such as the 9/11 attacks and the Chernobyl disaster. As 2025 approaches, the world watches with curiosity and trepidation to see how much of Baba Vanga's vision aligns with reality. Whether her predictions serve as a warning, a guide, or simply a source of intrigue, they undoubtedly spark important conversations about the future. Her prophecies remind us of humanity's perpetual quest to understand the unknown and prepare for what lies ahead. While Baba Vanga's insights may be rooted in mysticism, they also challenge us to reflect on the scientific, political, and ethical choices we face today. Perhaps her greatest gift was not her ability to foresee the future but her ability to inspire us to shape it. In that sense, her legacy endures as a source of both wonder and wisdom, urging humanity to tread carefully into the uncharted territories of tomorrow. Baba Vanga's prophecies for the future often spark intense debates. But one of the most important aspects of interpreting her visions is understanding them in the broader context of history. Throughout time, humanity has grappled with uncertainty about the future. And visionaries like Baba Vanga serve as a mirror reflecting both our hopes and fears. By examining the lessons of history, we can better understand her predictions and how they resonate with recurring patterns in human civilization. History shows us that predictions, whether mystical, scientific, or speculative, often arise during periods of profound change. The Industrial Revolution, for instance, saw a wave of futurists predicting a world transformed by technology. While some of their predictions seemed outlandish at the time, many came true in unexpected ways. Similarly, Baba Vanga's visions often reflect the concerns of her era, such as fears of war, natural disasters, and the ethical dilemmas posed by technological advancements. By looking back, we can see how humanity's collective anxiety often shapes the way we interpret prophecies and envision the future. Take, for example, her predictions about climate change and environmental disasters. While her visions seem foreboding, history reminds us that humanity has faced, and often overcome, similar challenges. The Dust Bowl of the 1930s devastated large parts of the United States, forcing millions to adapt to extreme weather conditions and reimagine agriculture. Likewise, the devastating floods of 1887 in China, which claimed hundreds of thousands of lives, spurred significant advancements in water management. These historical events echo the environmental themes in Baba Vanga's prophecies, underscoring both the fragility of our planet and humanity's resilience in the face of natural catastrophes. Another key theme in her predictions is the potential for geopolitical upheaval. Baba Vanga's visions of conflict and shifting global power dynamics may seem alarming, But history offers perspective on such turbulence. The Cold War, for instance, was a time of immense tension and fear of global annihilation. Yet it also led to significant scientific advancements and the eventual dissolution of oppressive regimes. The collapse of colonial empires in the mid-20th century, while initially chaotic, paved the way for the emergence of independent nations and new opportunities for global collaboration. These historical shifts demonstrate that while upheaval can be unsettling, it often serves as a catalyst for progress and innovation. Technological innovation is another area where Baba Vanga's predictions align with historical patterns. She foresaw a future where humans and machines become increasingly intertwined, a concept that resonates deeply in today's world of artificial intelligence, robotics, and biotechnology. History reminds us, however, that the integration of new technology into society has always been met with both excitement and fear. During the early 20th century, for instance, the widespread adoption of electricity transformed industries, homes, and everyday life. Yet it also sparked fears of job loss and social upheaval. Similarly, the arrival of the Internet in the late 20th century revolutionized communication but raised concerns about privacy and misinformation. Baba Vanga's predictions about human-machine interactions can thus be viewed as a continuation of this historical trend, where innovation challenges society to adapt and redefine itself. Perhaps the most compelling lesson from history is the enduring human capacity for hope and collaboration in times of crisis. Baba Vanga's predictions about global unity, while seemingly idealistic, are not without precedent. The formation of the United Nations after World War II, the global response to the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami, and the rapid development of COVID-19 vaccines all stand as testaments to humanity's ability to come together in the face of shared challenges. Her visions remind us that while conflict and disaster are often unavoidable, they also create opportunities for collective action and mutual understanding. Even her more speculative predictions, such as the potential discovery of new energy sources or advancements in human longevity, reflect themes that have fascinated thinkers throughout history. The quest for renewable energy, for example, mirrors the scientific breakthroughs of the 19th century, when the discovery of electricity and the internal combustion engine revolutionized the way humans lived and worked. Similarly, the pursuit of extending human lifespan dates back centuries, from ancient alchemy to modern-day genetic engineering. By situating Baba Vanga's visions within this historical continuum, we can see them as part of humanity's ongoing journey to push boundaries and expand possibilities. However, history also teaches us to approach prophecies with caution. Many predictions throughout the ages have failed to materialize or were later proven to be misinterpretations. The fear of Y2K at the turn of the millennium, for instance, led to widespread anxiety about technological collapse, an event that ultimately did not occur. Likewise, numerous doomsday predictions based on ancient calendars or celestial alignments have come and gone without incident. These examples remind us that while predictions can be thought-provoking, they should not overshadow the importance of critical thinking and evidence-based decision-making. Baba Vanga's prophecies, much like the predictions of other visionaries throughout history, serve as a reflection of the times in which they were made. They encapsulate humanity's hopes, fears, and aspirations, urging us to consider not just what the future might hold, but how we can shape it. By examining the lessons of history, we gain valuable insight into how to interpret her visions, not as fixed destinies, but as opportunities to reflect on our present actions and their long-term consequences. In the end, the value of Baba Vanga's prophecies lies not in their accuracy, but in their ability to spark curiosity and inspire dialogue. They challenge us to think deeply about the choices we make today and how they will influence the world of tomorrow. By learning from history, we can approach her predictions with a sense of perspective, balancing hope with pragmatism as we navigate the complexities of the future. Predictions like those of Baba Vanga often resonate deeply with us. Not just because of their mystique but because they touch on fundamental questions about the human experience. They force us to confront uncertainty, reckon with possibility, and reflect on our own place in a rapidly changing world. Beyond the headlines and sensationalism, these predictions hold personal significance, shaping how we think about our future, our values, and the actions we take today to prepare for what lies ahead. At their core, prophecies challenge us to evaluate our relationship with the unknown. As humans, we are naturally drawn to the idea of foresight. Knowing what will happen allows us to feel more in control, more prepared. Baba Vanga's predictions, whether of technological breakthroughs, environmental catastrophes, or global unity, push us to ask ourselves, are we ready for these possibilities? How do we reconcile hope with fear? These questions aren't about abstract visions of the future, they're deeply personal and tied to how we navigate our daily lives. For example, consider Baba Vanga's warnings about climate change and natural disasters. These are not distant, vague ideas, they're realities many of us already see unfolding in our communities. From devastating wildfires to rising sea levels, these events remind us of our interconnectedness and shared responsibility. On a personal level, these predictions may inspire feelings of urgency, a desire to make more sustainable choices or advocate for environmental policies. They remind us that while the future may seem uncertain, our actions today carry weight. The same applies to her visions of technological progress, such as the integration of artificial intelligence or human-machine interactions. While these predictions might inspire awe, they also raise concerns about the ethical implications of such advancements. For many of us, this brings a personal dilemma: how comfortable are we with the rapid pace of technology? Do we embrace it wholeheartedly? Or do we approach it with caution? These are decisions we face not only as a society but as individuals in our day-to-day lives, deciding whether to trust an AI-powered tool, for example, or grappling with the influence of technology on our privacy and mental well-being. Baba Vanga's prophecies about global unity also offer profound opportunities for personal reflection. The idea of humanity coming together to face shared challenges, whether through political alliances, cultural exchanges, or technological collaborations, is both inspiring and daunting. It raises questions about our own capacity for empathy and cooperation. Are we willing to put aside differences to work toward a common goal? On a personal level, it challenges us to think about how we interact with others. Are we open-minded and inclusive? Or do we let biases and prejudices dictate our relationships? But prophecies aren't just about external events, they also invite introspection about our inner worlds. Baba Vanga's visions often speak to a sense of destiny, a belief that the future holds something greater, something significant. For many, this can be a comforting thought, a reminder that our lives are part of a larger story. At the same time, it prompts us to take ownership of our own narratives. If we believe that the future is shaped by our actions, then what kind of legacy do we want to leave behind? How do we ensure that our personal choices contribute positively to the world? These predictions also highlight the tension between fear and hope. Some of Baba Vanga's prophecies, like those about war or catastrophic events, naturally provoke anxiety. They tap into our deepest fears about loss, instability, and the unknown. Yet even in the darkest of her visions, there are glimmers of hope, possibilities of new beginnings, breakthroughs, and resilience. This duality mirrors our personal struggles, balancing the fear of failure with the hope of success. The fear of loss with the hope of renewal. It's a reminder that while uncertainty can be daunting, it also opens the door to growth and transformation. On a practical level, these predictions can motivate us to prepare, not just in terms of material resources but mentally and emotionally. They encourage us to develop resilience, adaptability, and a proactive mindset. For instance, knowing that environmental challenges are likely to intensify might inspire us to support renewable energy initiatives or learn skills that help us adapt to changing conditions. Similarly, the prospect of technological advancements might encourage us to stay informed and embrace lifelong learning to remain relevant in an evolving world. Perhaps most importantly, Baba Vanga's predictions remind us of the power of collective action. While her visions often focus on global events, they underscore the idea that the future is not shaped by individuals alone, it's a collective effort. On a personal level, this means recognizing the impact of our choices, not just for ourselves but for those around us. It's about being part of something larger. Whether that's supporting community initiatives, advocating for social justice, or simply practicing kindness and empathy in our interactions. In the end, what Baba Vanga's prophecies mean for us depends on how we choose to engage with them. They can be a source of fear, a source of inspiration, or a call to action. They remind us that while we cannot control everything about the future, we do have agency in shaping it. Whether we believe in her visions or not, the questions they raise are universal. How do we prepare for the unknown? How do we balance hope and fear? How do we ensure that our actions today create a better tomorrow? For each of us, the answers will be different. But one thing is certain: the future, as uncertain as it may seem, is a reflection of the choices we make now. Baba Vanga's predictions serve as a reminder to live with intention, to act with purpose, and to remain hopeful, even in the face of uncertainty. After all, it is not the prophecy that defines the future but the actions of those who dare to shape it. Baba Vanga's life is a testament to resilience, compassion, and the extraordinary power of hope. Despite losing her sight at the age of 12, her story is not defined by tragedy but by her remarkable ability to inspire and guide others. She turned personal hardship into a source of strength, becoming a symbol of finding light even in the darkest times. Born into poverty in a small Bulgarian village, Baba Vanga faced challenges that might have crushed the spirit of others. Her blindness, caused by a violent storm, could have marked the end of her dreams. But instead, it awakened her spiritual gifts. She began to develop a profound sense of intuition and foresight that would later define her legacy. What makes her story so inspiring is not just her predictions but the way she used her gift to help those in need. Baba Vanga's life revolved around service to her community. Though she became famous and attracted visitors from all over the world, including leaders, scientists, and everyday people, she remained humble and accessible. She chose to live simply, often refusing material wealth, and focused on using her abilities to offer guidance and comfort. For many, her predictions were less about knowing the future and more about finding hope during difficult times. One particularly moving story involves a young widow who visited Baba Vanga after losing her husband. Overwhelmed with grief, the woman sought comfort and answers. Baba Vanga held her hands and told her that while the pain wouldn't disappear overnight, she would find joy and love again, this time in life itself. The widow later credited this moment with helping her rebuild her life, finding purpose in her work and connections with others. This story is one of countless examples of how Baba Vanga's words gave people the strength to move forward. Her life also serves as a reminder that our challenges can become sources of strength. Baba Vanga didn't let her blindness or poverty define her. Instead, she turned inward, discovering abilities that allowed her to impact the world in profound ways. Her story encourages us to look at our own lives and ask, how can we turn our struggles into opportunities for growth? How can we inspire others despite our limitations? Baba Vanga's unwavering compassion for others also stands out. She treated everyone equally, whether they were powerful leaders or villagers seeking personal advice. She understood the importance of human connection, often emphasizing that even small acts of kindness could ripple outward, creating a greater impact than we might realize. Her actions remind us that while we may not have her gift, we all possess the ability to bring light into someone else's life. In today's fast-paced and uncertain world, Baba Vanga's story feels more relevant than ever. Many of her predictions addressed global challenges like climate change, political instability, and technological advancements. While some of these forecasts were dire, her underlying message was always one of resilience. She believed in humanity's ability to adapt, endure, and ultimately thrive. Her story also highlights the power of hope. Even when predicting difficult times, Baba Vanga inspired people to believe in the possibility of a better future. She showed that while we may not control the events around us, we can control how we respond to them. This mindset is crucial as we navigate our own challenges, whether personal or global. Ultimately, Baba Vanga's legacy is not just about her prophecies but about how she lived her life, with courage, humility, and an unshakable belief in the human spirit. Her journey reminds us that even in the face of adversity, there is always a way to find light. By embracing resilience and compassion, we, too, can create ripples of hope that inspire others to do the same. Her life offers a simple yet profound truth: while the future is unpredictable, our capacity for courage, kindness, and hope defines who we are. And in that, there is always light to be found. As we look toward 2025, it's important to step back and examine the larger forces shaping our world. The predictions and prophecies that often capture our imagination tend to focus on isolated events. But true transformation emerges when we consider the broader trends and patterns that are unfolding. In many ways, 2025 is not just a year on the calendar, it's a marker in a long, ongoing journey of human development, technological innovation, environmental change, and cultural evolution. In 2025, we will likely find ourselves at the intersection of several major global trends that will define not only the year but also the coming decades. These include advancements in technology, shifts in global power dynamics, environmental challenges, and the evolving nature of work and society. Each of these factors will play a role in shaping the future, and understanding their implications will be crucial as we move forward. One of the most defining features of 2025 will likely be the continued rise of artificial intelligence and automation. Over the past decade, we've witnessed significant strides in machine learning, AI, and robotics. And by 2025, these technologies will have become even more integrated into everyday life. From AI-driven healthcare systems to autonomous vehicles and smart cities, the impact of technology will be felt across every aspect of our lives. However, the question that arises is not just how AI will change the way we live, but how it will redefine human interaction, ethics, and society. While technology holds immense potential, it also brings with it new challenges. By 2025, we may see a rise in discussions about the ethical implications of AI, including issues related to privacy, job displacement, and data security. Automation has the potential to replace many jobs, raising concerns about unemployment and inequality. The debate over universal basic income and the need for a fair redistribution of wealth may intensify as society grapples with these new realities. Additionally, the ability of AI to make decisions traditionally made by humans will raise questions about accountability and control. The balance between innovation and regulation will be a defining issue as we look toward the future. At the same time, 2025 will be marked by environmental challenges that will require urgent attention. Climate change, resource depletion, and biodiversity loss are pressing issues that have been building over decades. And by 2025, we will likely see even more severe impacts if significant action is not taken. The predictions about extreme weather events, rising sea levels, and resource scarcity may seem grim. But they also present an opportunity for global cooperation and innovation. New technologies in renewable energy, sustainable agriculture, and environmental restoration may become more prevalent, offering hope for a more sustainable future. However, the path forward will not be easy. Governments and organizations will need to collaborate on a global scale to tackle these issues. In 2025, we may witness the expansion of international agreements like the Paris Agreement, as well as the implementation of policies that prioritize environmental protection and climate resilience. Public awareness and activism will also play a significant role in pushing governments and corporations to act responsibly and invest in sustainable solutions. The evolving geopolitical landscape will also be a crucial factor in defining 2025. Global power dynamics are shifting, with the rise of new economic and political powers challenging traditional hegemony. As China, India, and other emerging nations continue to grow in influence, questions about the balance of power, global governance, and international cooperation will come to the forefront. By 2025, we may see significant changes in how the world interacts diplomatically, especially as global challenges like climate change, cybersecurity, and pandemics require collective action. How nations collaborate, share resources, and resolve conflicts will have a profound impact on shaping the future. In addition, the way we work and live will undergo a major transformation by 2025. The COVID-19 pandemic has accelerated trends like remote work, digital communication, and flexible schedules. By 2025, these shifts may become permanent features of the modern workforce. While remote work offers flexibility, it also poses challenges in terms of work-life balance, isolation, and the erosion of traditional workplace structures. The rise of the gig economy and the increasing reliance on freelance and contract work may lead to a redefinition of job security and benefits. These changes will also have cultural implications. The way we interact with one another, the role of communities, and the nature of family structures may evolve as technology and social trends continue to reshape society. The intersection of digital spaces with physical reality will likely lead to new forms of socialization, entertainment, and identity expression. In a world where virtual experiences are increasingly immersive, questions about what it means to be human, to connect with others, and to find purpose will take on new dimensions. Perhaps most importantly, 2025 will be a year that defines the collective consciousness of humanity. With technological advancements, environmental crises, and changing social structures all pushing us into uncharted territories, we will be faced with a pivotal moment. Will we embrace these challenges with the same spirit of innovation and resilience that has defined humanity's greatest achievements? Or will we retreat in fear and uncertainty? The future is always uncertain, But the events of 2025 will undoubtedly set the stage for the decades that follow. It will be a year of transition, where the choices we make today will determine the direction we head in tomorrow. The bigger picture of 2025 is not just about predictions, it's about the responsibility we all share in shaping the world we want to live in. As we draw closer to 2025, the world stands at a critical juncture, one where the choices we make today will significantly impact the future. The predictions and trends that have been laid out throughout this exploration are not merely forecasts, they are warnings, reminders, and calls to action for all of us. In the face of rapid technological advancements, environmental crises, shifting global power dynamics, and evolving social structures, it is more important than ever that we actively participate in shaping the future. One of the most pressing lessons we must learn is that the future is not something that simply happens to us. We have the power to influence and direct the course of events, but only if we choose to engage thoughtfully and purposefully. Whether it's in our professional lives, in our communities, or through global action, the decisions we make today will lay the foundation for tomorrow. First and foremost, we must take responsibility for the world we are creating. The rise of artificial intelligence and automation, for instance, offers immense potential for improving lives. But it also presents challenges that demand careful consideration. We must be proactive in ensuring that these technologies are used ethically and responsibly, with an emphasis on protecting jobs, privacy, and human dignity. This requires not only technological innovation but also thoughtful governance, regulation, and a collective willingness to create systems that prioritize fairness and justice for all. Equally important is our responsibility to the environment. As we witness the accelerating effects of climate change and resource depletion, we must take immediate and decisive action to protect our planet. This means not only supporting sustainable practices and technologies but also demanding that governments, corporations, and institutions prioritize the long-term health of the Earth over short-term profit. Whether through individual actions, community initiatives, or large-scale advocacy, each of us has a role to play in mitigating the environmental crisis and ensuring a livable future for generations to come. The challenges of 2025 and beyond are not just technological or environmental, they are deeply human. We must remain steadfast in our commitment to human rights, equality, and social justice. The increasing inequality in the global economy, exacerbated by the rise of automation and the gig economy, presents a significant challenge. It is our duty to ensure that economic growth is inclusive, that the benefits of progress are shared equitably, and that no one is left behind. This includes addressing disparities in education, healthcare, and access to resources, and ensuring that every individual has the opportunity to thrive in a rapidly changing world. Equally, as we confront the complexities of a new global order, it is essential that we foster collaboration and unity. The rise of new global powers, shifting alliances, and growing geopolitical tensions calls for a renewed commitment to diplomacy and cooperation. In a world that is increasingly interconnected, we cannot afford to retreat into isolationism or division. We must work together, across borders, ideologies, and cultures, to find common ground and build a more peaceful, prosperous, and sustainable world. In our personal lives, this is a time to reflect on our values, our roles, and our contributions. The digital age has transformed the way we communicate, work, and interact. But it has also brought about new challenges in terms of mental health, personal well-being, and social connection. As we navigate this new landscape, we must prioritize authenticity, empathy, and meaningful connections. It's essential that we foster environments that support mental and emotional well-being, both for ourselves and for those around us. At the heart of all of this is the need for a mindset shift. The world of 2025 and beyond will require adaptability, resilience, and creativity. We must be willing to embrace change, to step outside of our comfort zones, and to challenge the status quo. The future is not something to fear, it is something to be shaped with vision, courage, and action. The problems we face today are complex and multifaceted, but they are not insurmountable. Together, we have the capacity to create solutions that are innovative, inclusive, and sustainable. As individuals, we can make a difference. But collective action is the key to creating lasting change. This means engaging in conversations, raising awareness, supporting causes, and taking concrete steps to address the challenges that lie ahead. Whether it's advocating for environmental protection, promoting equity and justice, or working toward technological advancements that benefit all, every effort counts. Looking toward 2025 is not about predicting an inevitable future, it is about recognizing that we are the architects of the future we will inherit. We have the opportunity to make the world a better place. And the time to act is now. The choices we make today will echo into the future. It is up to us to ensure that those echoes are filled with hope, progress, and a vision of a brighter tomorrow. In the coming years, let us take this call to action seriously. Let us not wait for change to happen but actively work to create it. Together, we can build a future that is defined not by the challenges we face but by the solutions we create. The future is ours to shape, let's make it one worth living for all.